Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? And of course, welcome back to the Sports Lovers, where we talk everything relating to sports, obviously. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Carolina Panthers and their free agency signings right now. Obviously, there has been a crap ton of free agency signings within the National Football League. I'm probably going to wait on that until next weekend, maybe Friday of next week when everything's kind of settled. Get you guys the best signings, obviously. We'll talk about that on next Friday, so stay tuned for that one. But first, of course, if you guys are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave that like button, subscribe button. We are talking Carolina Panthers free agency. We may talk a little bit of Dallas Cowboys free agency later as well, maybe on Monday. But Friday, we are talking about the big dance. We're going to be talking March Madness going into the weekend, what some teams need to do to make it into the tournament, and that sort of thing. So we are talking March Madness tomorrow. And then, of course, today we have that Carolina Panthers free agency update. So if you guys are into sports content, hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. Helps us out here at the channel. And without further ado, obviously there were some tournament games that started yesterday. A few more teams clinched yesterday. I believe McNeese clinched a spot in the NCAA tournament yesterday, so congratulations to them. And, of course, there were SEC games yesterday, with Oklahoma and Georgia being the best one of the day. At the time of recording this video, the games have not started yet. So this video will drop probably around 5 o'clock or so today. So games will have been going on by that time. But, again, at the time of recording this, games today have not been going on. So, SEC, ACC, there's college basketball on right now throughout the day, but we got some NFL stuff to go over, so let us go ahead and break down the Carolina Panthers free agency signings. So let us go ahead and start with the big one here. Obviously, we will start with J.C. Horn. The first kind of free agency news that hit us on Monday morning. J.C. Horn, the Carolina Panthers give him a 4-year, $100 million extension with $70 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid defensive back in NFL history. Now, there have been a little bit of lopsided with this one, right? Well, for me, I've literally got the J.C. Horn jersey on. I've never stopped supporting him, but I think that, no, that wasn't really an overpay. He has been playing elite level ball this season, this past season. Maybe not in his first few seasons. Yes, he's been injury prone, but he's one of the best defensive pieces that we have, and I'm glad that we have him locked down until 2029. Obviously, a lot of teams have called on to get Horn, and Dan Morgan said that Horn is ours. We're going to extend him, and they are the ones that reset this quarterback market. So I'm very happy with that one, as J.C. Horn will remain a Carolina Panther. Now, let us go ahead and talk about Michael Jackson, the quarterback, not, of course, Michael Jackson, the singer. We are talking about the Carolina Panthers player. The Panthers are re-signing Mike Jackson for $14.5 million over 2 years. This was basically just to keep Michael Jackson in Carolina, to have him play alongside of J.C. Horn. I really like that one. There's really no risk when you talk about signing Michael Jackson. He has been one of the best cover defenders on this team, and I am very glad that we got Mike Jackson here back as well in Carolina, just because those two, along with Derek Brown, are the three pieces that we need on defense to be a Super Bowl winning team and to be a contender in the NFC South. And I'm glad that they all three have re-signed with us within the last couple of years. That J.C. Horn signing means a lot. But yeah, those are the two signings right there. Now, let us go ahead and talk about free agency. The Panthers were getting it done on the defensive line in free agency. Last year, Dan Morgan expressed how we need to build the trenches on the offensive line. They got that done by signing Robert Hunt. They signed a lot of other really good, talented offensive linemen. Now, we signed some really good defensive linemen as well. So, Tershawn Wharton, the defensive tackle from the Chiefs, we give him a 3-year, $54 million deal on Monday. He had 6.5 sacks, and he is only 26 years old as well. One of his best seasons in Kansas City. So he is going to be a great defensive tackle to pair alongside with Derek Brown, if you are asking me. Him and Derek Brown might threaten some run defenses, that is for sure. I am liking this move, I really do. Obviously, we tried to get Milton Williams a couple of days ago. That deal fell through because, again, the Patriots just offered him more money straight up, and the Panthers are trying to save that money. Hopefully, it's for T. Higgins, which we'll talk about here at the end of this video. But, again, very good signing. Tershawn Wharton, I am glad he is a Carolina Panther. Led, I believe, the Chiefs in sacks last year at 6.5, so I am glad that he is on this roster, and he will be a Carolina Panther paired up with Derek Brown. All right, our next free agent signing is a big one. A lot of people, though, wanted Javon Holland at that second safety position. Now, this safety position is Trevon Moehrig, the Raiders safety. He agreed to a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Carolina Panthers. He will replace Xavier Woods, obviously, who became a free agent this past offseason. He should help this defense that was ranked dead last in the NFL in terms of allowing points. And hopefully he can help stop the run as well. He has been a breakout candidate with the Las Vegas Raiders. 104 tackles last season, 5 TFLs as well. And he's only 25 years old, so I am glad that they got this deal done with him. I think this is a great pairing alongside of J.C. Horn, and I think the defense is going to be surprising a lot of teams, to say the least, as well. So Trevon Moehrig is, of course, a Carolina Panther. I love that move right there. Next one, of course, you got Pat Jones II, the former Vikings linebacker, signed a 2-year, $20 million deal with the Carolina Panthers. It gives us more depth at that linebacker position. Am I expecting him to start right out the gate? No. I like Jadeveon Clowney, obviously, and DJ Wonnum as well. Both of those guys are explosive. So is Pat Jones. He had 5.5 sacks, I believe, during his time with the Minnesota Vikings this past year. And he is going to be a great guy to come in some situations, obviously, and get stops on defense like that. So I'm glad that we got Pat Jones as well. The next one we got, though, is a big one. Bobby Brown III, the defensive tackle for the Rams, is joining the Panthers on a 3-year, $21 million contract. This is a great, of course, signing, especially after losing Milton Williams early in free agency. Brown, obviously, he fits well in Evero's scheme. Evero likes to do a 3-4 scheme, so I'm really glad that we got Bobby Brown. And he is very tall, 6 foot, 328 pounds, who can clog up the middle. He can stop the run. That is what we are going to need him to do. Again, this defense was ranked last in points allowed and with yards after contact as well. So he's a solid fit in Dan Morgan's plan to bolster up the defensive lineman. He is going to pair very nicely with, obviously, Derek Brown and Trevon Moehrig as well. Those two guys, I think Bobby Brown pairs really well with him as well. And then, of course, the final free agency signing, we will talk about, of course, the extensions after this free agency session a little bit. Rico Dowdle. This was yesterday, actually. Last night, we signed the former Dallas Cowboy, which I find very ironic right there because I'm a Cowboys fan, taking a 1-year, $3 million deal that could be worth up to $6 million to join the Panthers. Provides a lot of depth, obviously, behind Chuba Hubbard. And, of course, with Jonathan Brooks being out for probably the whole season, if I'm not mistaken, that is a really good fill for the Carolina Panthers, excuse me. Miles Sanders just got released, so we are looking to add another running back. A lot of people speculated it could be Genty at 8, but we just got Jonathan Brooks, who is a really solid young running back who I don't think the Panthers are willing to give up on just yet. So Rico Dowdle will fill that need for Jonathan Brooks this season. If we make the playoffs, we may re-sign him and stuff like that if he has a great season. But Rico is, of course, a Carolina Panther. Now, let us talk a little bit more about these re-signings. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, has agreed to a 2-year, $10.5 million contract to stay in Carolina. Gives us more depth at that tight end position, obviously, with Jadeveon Sanders picking it up a little bit towards the end of that 2024 season. I am very glad that we re-signed Tommy Tremble as well. Brady Christensen, the tackle, is sticking with Carolina on a 1-year, $2.78 million deal as well. Kept some valuable depth behind the offensive line as well. Obviously, I don't know if he's going to start, but he should be a good asset to have on the offensive line. Austin Corbett, they are re-signing the center to a one-year deal as well. Sam Martin is headed to the Carolina Panthers on a $3 million deal, the former Bills punter. Not sure how that is going to play a factor in that. Dan Chisnia, the wide receiver, is staying in Carolina on a one-year deal as well. And then Christian Roseboom, the former Ram, another one, is signing a one-year contract with the Carolina Panthers to be in Charlotte. So, overall, so far, not a bad signing from Dan Morgan. Obviously, we went out and bolstered up the defensive line. We got a couple of safeties and extending J.C. Horn. We also got Trevon Morag, who I am very, very excited for as well. We have a lot to look forward to in 2025. Obviously, we will see how this team plays out and how the rest of free agency plays out. But, of course, we have a lot to look forward to in the future, and I cannot be more excited to be a Carolina Panthers fan. Anyway, that is going to do it for wrapping up this Carolina Panthers free agency video. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. I'm going to hop off, get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Again, SEC tournament games going on right now. I'm sure ACC tournament games going on right now by the time this video is being posted. So, go enjoy college basketball. Great day of hoops action. Auburn tips off tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Going to be a fun one. However, I'm going to leave it there for today's video. Like, subscribe, turn that bell on. Let me know what you think about free agency so far in the comments down below. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.